I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me.
All right, so what's going on? It's a new day, and we got a new sponsor to the channel. So it's A Premium. They sent over some ignition coils with the spark plugs. So I'm going to be doing a review on this today. Coil packs are pretty old on this truck, so it'll be definitely time to swap these out and the spark plugs. Shout out to A Premium for sending over the parts. They came pretty quick, so I've been using them for a lot of the parts that I get off of Amazon. So you know, go check them out if you need anything. I've definitely had a lot of parts that I've installed on other trucks and my trucks from A Premium, and haven't had any issues out of anything. So go check them out. But we'll dive into this ignition coil kit. So opening the box, these are the square coil packs right here. So gonna be throwing these in. They're pretty much all the same. I got the blue ones, so it can kind of coordinate with what the color scheme I'm going to be ending up going with as far as inside of here. But it comes with some iridium spark plugs, so we will be gapping these to the right gap just for this truck, so that way we don't have any issues. But everything is packaged pretty well. You're going to get all 8 coil packs, and then of course your corresponding spark plugs. But let's go ahead and get these out the box, start taking these old ones off, and then we'll move on and see how they operate. All right, so went ahead and got one side put together so far, and it was a pretty straightforward install. Like I said, you don't really need too much of a video. All you got to do is take the 2 bolts, one on the top and then one on the bottom. Then you got that clip right there. You'll pop that off, and then you'll be able to put the new coil pack in, and they look good. Like I said, it goes with the blue coil covers, the plug covers that I got for these shitty ass headers. So yeah, looks good so far. We'll see if they perform. The back one right here was a little bit of a biatch to get to, but if you got a swivel head socket or a short socket, something like that, you can get to it easily. I got the old coil packs here. They were pretty dusty and ready to be replaced, and they look pretty beat the hell up. So kind of glad that I went ahead and got these changed out. That was something else that I was going to end up needing eventually, so why not go ahead and get it now before I start doing the cam stuff. I already got the spark plugs put in on this side as well, so while I was over here I just went ahead and got everything done while I was on this side. So the spark plugs are replaced, they're gapped, and I put the coil packs in, and those are fine. Now we're just going to grab those, put these on this side, put the spark plugs in. I wanted to do this side just because spark plugs are a little bit more of a bitch with all this other shit in the way. So we're gonna go ahead, get the coil packs taken out, go ahead and take the plug wires off and do all that, and then once I get it all finished up, we'll go ahead and show you the final product, everything, crank it up, and then just show you guys that, you know, they're good to go. And we should be pretty much done with this install. It's pretty quick, nothing too crazy. All right, so got everything finished up and complete. As you see on this side, I got all the coil packs put in, and then the plugs plugged in. I got the spark plugs replaced, so all the way through we got new spark plugs, new coil packs, and then I did the plug wires last time when I did the headers. So we should be good to go as far as ignition shit. But yeah, these went pretty well. They fit perfectly fine. They look just like the OEM ones, and kind of adds a little good touch just to have some fresh ignition coils. All right, so we got it all finished up, and the coil packs are complete and they are done. So all we got to do now is just pretty much roll it out. She's good to go. Got a little bit of smokage because of the oil and shit that dropped on the headers and all that, so no big deal. But yeah, she's running fine so far. So far so good. All right, what is going on? So it is 8, or actually 9 o'clock, and it's a Friday, and just wanted to update y'all on what's going on. So got a couple things knocked out over the last couple weeks, just knocking out a lot of more car content and stuff like that, just stuff that y'all don't really watch like that. But just a couple new faces, a couple old faces that got tuned last night, but that's besides the fact. We got a Tacoma in here, starting on it tomorrow in the afternoon. So we got some coilovers to throw on this thing, and they're right there. So basically what we're going to do is, this thing's on a 6-inch Pro Comp. We're going to be throwing in the coilovers, and we're going to throw in that coil spacer that is on top of the strut that comes with the Pro Comp kit. So we're going to be basically stacking, but we're going to kind of see where we can get to as far as height wise. We're probably going to have to end up cutting the CVA axles, so we're probably going to knock that out as well tomorrow just to get it higher, and then we'll just keep the cups and everything in the spindle and in the differential, so that way it doesn't have any leaks, or, you know, he don't have any axle binds or anything like that. But he drove 4 hours from where he was at, so I appreciate the customers that come a long way to come and get shit knocked out with me, man, versus everybody else that's around their way. It just shows me that I'm doing a good job. But yeah, so I'm about to close up in here for the night. Just wanted to get you guys some updated footage. So I got the cam kit in, I got my cam retainer plate, I got a couple more parts that I need to order to get everything ready to pull my motor apart and start on the cam swap and pretty much rebuild of the whole top end of the motor. So within the next couple weeks we'll be starting on that. We got some big things coming, and I don't want to speak too early on it, but we got some crazy shit coming in within the next couple months. A lot of people are getting ready for PCB in March. My truck right now is on the last priority list. Like I said, I still got to get parts and stuff like that before I start on the cam, but we'll get to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here for the night, and then we'll pick back up tomorrow once I get back in here, and then we'll just start on the taco truck. What's going on? So next day here, and I got the Tacoma up in the air, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting everything disassembled, so that way I can go ahead and throw the coils in there. Probably gonna have to end up popping the axles out the cups and just leaving the cups inside the diff and the hub like I had said last night, so that way he can kind of have somewhat of a 2-wheel drive mod without losing his wheel bearing. So we're gonna knock that out, and then we should be good. I shouldn't have too much time wrapped up in this thing, so that way I can try to at least get him to pick it up maybe tomorrow sometime in the afternoon. So the goal is to finish this damn thing today, and like I said, it's just some coilovers with the strut spacer on top, and just popping the axles out, and then we should be good to go. Shouldn't take me no more than a couple hours, but yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we ran into some difficulties, and I got the axles disconnected, so the shafts are completely gone. I just got it holding in the hub assembly. So we had ended up taking the factory struts out with the coil spacer, and obviously the coils didn't work. They would look like they were for an older body, 4Runner and Tacoma. When I looked them up, they were for a 96 to 04, I believe. So those are not going to work because these studs on top are a little bit smaller on those, and these are a little bit wider by about a ½ inch. So not going to be able to do those. So just went ahead and got those axles knocked out like I said, and we're going to just go ahead and reassemble everything, and he's going to order some 6-inch rough country struts, and then we'll throw those in there with a level. He's going to go ahead and get those shipped out, and we'll knock that out this week and get it done, so that way he can sit a little taller. With the axles deleted, that helped him out a whole lot. It took us a lot of manpower to get those axle cups out, but we got it knocked out, and yeah, he's ready to go. So we'll throw this thing back together, and then we'll pick back up on it probably sometime this week once the parts and stuff get in, but no big deal. I hate it for the customer because he got screwed over with those that he had bought from a dude, but yeah, I guess we'll just get back to it later on this week once I throw it back together. All right, so we're in here. It is Thursday currently, and we're just now getting down to knocking out this suspension finally. So I finally got the packages in. So I got the rough country struts and then a 2-inch rough country level, and I got those put together already, so everything is fresh and brand new. That is pretty much going to replace this whole assembly right here. So the strut will go in here and eliminate this coil spacer, which, as you see, the actual strut shaft is kind of shifted a little bit to the left, so that kind of has a lot to do with how it's sitting currently. That's why I don't really like using those coil spacers, just because once that strut blows out, it'll turn each and every way. All right, so went ahead and got one side finished up. It's a hell of a stretch. I'm definitely going to end up needing some extended brake lines here soon. Let me get some light for y'all. There we go. So got the ABS line and everything pushed out the way. I don't want that spindle to hit right here and smash this brake line. Got the level put in there. It's 2-inch level with the 6-inch rough country struts, and this is 6-inch pro comp lift. So I got the axles popped out of the cups on both sides, so you can kind of tell why we had to do that, because you see where the top one is and then you see where the bottom one is. That shit just not gonna work with axles, so we popped those out, got those out instead of having to go 2-wheel drive. If you don't want to go and buy some new hubs, it'll still work the same. But yeah, just got that all finished up on this side. Just torqued everything down on this side, and to be able to get this sway bar link in here, I think it's gonna be maybe a slight bit of a problem, but whenever the wheels and shit get on it and it gets on its own weight, it's gonna push it outwards. So that's the only thing that I can see that's kind of close that I'll have to look at, but as far as everything else is good to go. Had to pry down on this upper control arm to get this spindle close enough for me to put it through. A lot of people ask if you want to do a 3-inch. I recommend a 2, just because it's already a lot of tension on it with a 2-inch and a 6-inch strut. So yeah, we're looking good, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this side, get it all complete, and then we'll put it on the ground. I'm gonna try to get the truck aligned pretty decently so that way he can drive back, because like I said, he came from 4 hours away, and I want to make sure that everything is perfect and squared away, so that when he gets to alignment, there's no problems at all. So yeah, man, we're getting back to it and getting to it. All right, so got everything complete in here. Got the strut in, like I said before. Got everything zip tied down out the way as far as the brake brackets, and got the spindles tight, got the tie rods tight, sway bar links are tight, and all I gotta do now is put the wheel on and just torque everything down, and we should be good to go. But looks like I should be pretty straight as far as that clearance for that sway bar link there. But we'll see once we put it on the ground. If it has any knocking sounds or anything like that, we might have to change it up a little bit. But with this lift kit, like I said, whenever you come to stretching these lift kits out, you start having a little bit more problems as far as sway bar drops and all that other shit. But we'll get it all situated and sorted out. I got the speed sensors zip tied out the way, and shouldn't have no issues with those or anything else. And this thing should sit way taller than it did. Like I said, those struts there were blown, and they were just sideways. You can see how sideways it was, and then the actual bushings and the washers are just fucking falling off of them. So yeah, those are pretty much done, and I'm kind of glad they went ahead and swapped them out. So yeah, looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these wheels on, make sure everything is tight, and then we should be good to set it on the ground and then pull it outside and see what it looks like. All right, so got it all finished up, and it's sitting way taller than when it came in, I ain't gonna lie to you. So those 6-inch struts really set it back up where it needed to be, and then putting this 2-inch level on here kind of put the icing on the cake. So it's looking good, man. I'm about to pull it outside so that way I can just make sure everything is decent in the front, the alignment is okay. This has a little bit of caster, and this one got a little bit of camber on the inside. So I'm gonna try to see how much I can pull it out. It's not really that big of a deal to where I'd have to goddamn get it done, but just try to get them driving straight at least, and just make sure there ain't no sounds or nothing like that. But yeah, man, everything looked good. New rough country struts in with this Pro Comp, and like I was saying, you see the sway bar link is like right there by the spindle, but it's not gonna be an issue unless damn he jumps the shit off of a hill or some shit like that. That's the only way that it'll ever touch that spindle. So looking good, man. So let's go ahead and pull this thing on out and see what she looked like outside. All right, here she go, all the way complete and finished up. I just ran it inside just to kind of make sure the alignment was straight, but for some reason it looks kind of off whenever I get it in the shop, and then whenever I pull it out it looks spot on. So we'll see. But yeah, 6-inch rough country struts on a 6-inch lift with a 2-inch level in the front. Yeah, she looked good now. She's gonna sit up. As soon as he puts some reps or something on it, it'll sit up even taller. So look good. This is just on 17s and 35s. So look good. And it drives straight. Didn't have no problems. He's coming to pick it up tonight, and we'll go ahead and get him on out of here. So it's looking good. But about to pull this thing back in, and then we'll be back in here tonight. But oh shit, I ain't ain't gonna lie, these Tacomas is nice on the inside. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, let's pull this thing back in and then get back situated.